Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. A Total War Saga Troy battle for you today. This is just against the AI, as there is no multiplayer just yet, but we are bringing you Hector versus Achilles. And for the forces of the Trojans, we have some heavy Trojan spearmen, some heavy shock spears, and some Trojan warriors on the far flank. Just a little nice club infantry. We have some archers on this far flank here, as well with a mythical unit, the Corybantus, or however you pronounce that. Take a closer look at them here. Here they are. Each side has a pair of mythical units, and on the far flank for the Trojans, we have some heavy shock spears as well, 2 of those, some more Trojan warriors. We also have the Minotaur, the myth brought to life, some more archers, and of course we have Hector on his chariot with the support of some heavy Trojan chariots. And that will be the army for the Trojans. And now we go on over to Achilles' army. So for Achilles, we have just some renowned Pythian spears. We have the reinforced chariots, so it's a chariot on chariot action. Some giant champions is one of their mythical units. Get around the hill. So it's just a large Warhammer infantry here. Not to be confused with Total War Warhammer, just a Warhammer club. We also have some heavy javelin throwers. We have Achilles himself on his own chariot. Some bowmen in the back. Some pelagic Thessalians. The Myrmidian swordsmen as well. These are unbreakable units. And we have some more Pythian spears, young spears, heavy swordsmen, and here are the savage centaur warriors that we have as their other mythical unit, one of the cav units, the few and far between in the mobility department. So we'll get this show going as these armies will be on the move. Yeah, one thing I've definitely noticed is the maps are very, very gorgeous. These units as well, just fantastic. Almost a little too heavy on the foliage at times, but as now the armies are going to start to advance a little bit towards one another, as the Achilles' army is still kind of in the trees, but he is kind of pushing forward with some of his savage centaur warriors. As I was initially coming out of the forest myself, so there's a 2-flank approach. Pretty much a pretty balanced side on both sides, as well with our mobile forces, of course, Hector and the heavy Trojan chariots, as they are now going to be going for these heavy javelin throwers that are kind of a little isolated from the rest of the units. So you'll watch them charge through the forest as they approach their target. Hector taking the lead as he gets a nice rear charge off, going right through their unit.
Your warriors have spotted hidden foes.
As the rest of the chariots then follow suit, doing quite a bit of good work on them. And now they'll be pulling out as the rest of the spears and forces respond to that attack. As now we zoom back out to the plains, we will see both armies just kind of facing off each other, is kind of focused on the chariot engagement, and now the rest of the forces are going to start to move up a little bit, try and get in range with our archers, as one of them is opening up into these heavy swordsmen, who have their own ranged attacks as well, and they are shielded, but they are going to be taking some shots from multiple directions. I haven't lost any models as of yet. So we have a cav charge coming in from Achilles now, and we are kind of forming the line with our own mythical unit, very good anti-large, and they do have a nice shield wall technique that they are able to use right before the charge. They get a nice brace as they tie up these savage centaur warriors and are then collapsed upon from both sides by these heavy Trojan spearmen and the heavy shock spears, who have very nice charge bonuses and anti-large as well. And now Achilles is joining the fray. I was trying to brace for impact there, but he was able to get through. As now he's running amok amongst my own ranged units, but we are able to quickly break those cavalry forces, as our own chariots have kind of caught out the heavy swordsmen, doing some good damage there as they are kept in the line of fire from our own bowmen. And now the Meridian swordsmen coming up as well, getting some nice shots in. And now here is the giant champions, the mythical unit of the Achilles, as they now move forward. Take a quick look at their lovely charge, standing taller than the rest of the forces. And each of these heroes have their own abilities that right now it's either on or off, so you automatically get all of the abilities. There's a heal for Hector, you can get on the Trojans. Wasn't really sure what Achilles brought, but he is now kind of really stuck in engagement with the Minotaur, though he gets like an instant heal as he dismounts from his chariot. So I guess on the chariot it's kind of a dual health bar. It's like you have 2 health bars there. So when he was on his chariot, so we broke him down. Now he's out on his foot, and now he is engaging with the Minotaur himself as Hector circles around. As now the rest of our engagement is underway, as the giant champions are breaking our heavy shock spears, and they chase them off the field. But the rest of our units are catching these round 15 spears in the back, as our shock spears are holding off 2 more units as well. But Achilles is stuck in combat, as you can see some of the abilities that they have going on. The Blood of Heracles giving some nice benefit to melee attack, but he has the morale penalty from the Minotaur, and the Minotaur does charge in. He has a couple nice abilities, a good charge ability, and just a general morale debuff around him, -30. Now we look back over into this engagement. We have our units are now pushing off the Pelagic Thalassians, but they are now back to engaging the heavy swordsmen, as these shock spears will turn around shortly and charge into the back, getting a nice rear charge. Our Trojan warriors were able to push off the bowmen, but now they are engaged with some chariots, and it's not a fight that they're going to want to be sticking around in. But yeah, now Achilles is about to fall as he's surrounded by heavy Trojan spears as Hector continues to circle around. As there he drops. Now archers are continuing to be completely unabated, as they are, and one of them units I do have kind of in the back here, just kiting away with these giant champions, keeping them away from the main engagement. But yeah, the Minotaur doing very good work at 19 kills, but he was engaged for Achilles for a fair amount of time. Hector doing some nice charging in. And yeah, these Meridian swordsmen are the bastion for Achilles' army, unbreakable. So they will last all the way down to the last man.
Victory is close enough to taste.
And shots, yes, peppering in to the back of these routing spears, taking down a few models as our units quickly come in from behind, as Hector gets a nice charge, breaking some units, and then soon to shatter all the rest. So that is army losses for the most part, as even the giant champions in the back are breaking, but these Myrmidian swordsmen will fight down to the last man, so we'll watch as their last stand. So yeah, you can see the mix of our own mythical unit right here with their swordsmen. As we get now Hector charging through, doing some nice attacks with his spear upon his chariot. And that is going to be our match. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed that battle there. Yeah, it was very good fun. I take a quick little look at just the after report, kind of seeing how things kind of broke themselves down. I tried to balance at least. My army was pretty much just making sure we had Achilles versus Hector. We just threw in some of the mythical units. Achilles has quite a bit to select for their own mythical units. They have a very good selection of troops. But yeah, that was our first match with Troy. And yeah, this is just pretty much a taste of what the combat is going to be looking like. And we'll continue our campaign series as much as we can. And hopefully, it's going to be a little wait, but once multiplayer drops in November, then we will be getting into that as well and get some more, hopefully a little bit more exciting replays. Probably mix in some more AI ones, probably showcase some siege battles, some various other types that we might be seeing here and there. But anyways, that will be all for today. I hope you all enjoyed, and of course, have a good one.